Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am excited to share with you this amazing horror exhibit. Now this is something that I have known about for a while now and I've been really excited to share with you, but I've just been waiting till basically the grand opening. This is a buddy of mine's horror exhibit. It is called Killer Video. It is basically a mini museum. There are all kinds of fun things to look at, horror related. I'll let my buddy do more of the talking, explaining exactly what this is. But I don't want to film a bunch of the exhibits because this is an exhibit to actually come and see. And so I don't want to necessarily want to give it away, especially for those who do live in the Akron area. I do want to try to encourage you guys to make it out here to check it out for yourself, but I will show a couple little clips here and there, including some fun clips with Lloyd Kaufman and a local artist where you can pick up some of their artwork, and I'll have some videos with that later on in this video. But yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So I'm standing outside of Killer Video. This is a really cool area. As you can see, it is an amazing old brick building. Now there's other things in some of these buildings too, so it's not all just Killer Video, but just right up those stairs back there is where you would enter into Killer Video. And so I absolutely love where he is located. This is just an amazing, looking cool place that I think fits the vibe just perfectly. So I'm here with my friend Jonathan, who is the owner of Killer Video. So Jonathan, what is Killer Video?
Killer Video is a retro horror experience. It is a place to experience the nostalgia of the good old days of the 80s and the video rental experience. Growing up in the 80s, visiting the video rental store was a pillar of my childhood. And I really wanted to recreate and preserve that nostalgia. And that's why I created Killer Video. When you come to Killer Video, you get a 1-hour tour of the entire exhibit in the gallery. There is the video store, which is just full of, we have over 1,300 movies on display, and you get a chance to really experience the nostalgia, not just remember what it was like, you get to walk through what it was like. It's really a time capsule. I created this part of the exhibit to be as true to form as possible. So I encourage everybody to browse the store, pick up the videos, look at the box art, read the backs. But I wanted to create this experience to be as true to what it was like in the day, going to the video store on a Friday night, browsing around, picking the movie. So this part of the exhibit is a true replica. There's not a single reproduction or reprint or bootleg or knockoff. Everything in here, from the light boxes to the standees to the posters to the tongue splashers, gum, or the crystal clear Pepsi, is all original. In addition to that, we're also a full gallery. With that being said, I'm a huge fan of alternative movie posters, and that's what a lot of the gallery is. The gallery features a lot of collectibles, promotional items, things that were still period specific. You just wouldn't have seen them in the video store, but they're just as important. Mini ad sheets, press kits, lobby cards, screeners, a lot of really fun stuff, along with collectibles, things I call horror adjacent, such as Scary Stories and Goosebumps and Mad Scientist, My Pet Monster, Mad Balls, Garbage Pail Kids. And we have an awesome display spotlighting the first 100 issues of Fangoria magazine. Our gift shop has a large variety. We're very sincere about supporting local artists and makers, so we make it a point to have over 75% of our inventory locally sourced and handmade items. There's everything from magnets to candles to jewelry, prints, original art, stuffed animals, creepy dolls, but there's something for everyone in the gift shop. We just added a vendor that does stationery, another great vendor that does candles and wax melts. We have original paintings. A new vendor that we'll be featuring soon does velvet paintings. I'm excited to see some of those. A little bit of everything for everybody. We are looking to roll out actual rentals starting this summer, which will be DVD and Blu-ray. We'll also be a wholesale retailer for Vinegar Syndrome, Synapse, Severin, and future video media. I'm really excited to not only have a rental inventory, but to be a spot where someone can come and to pick up and purchase those distributors' products in person.
Oh yeah, because I know for me, I mean, as you guys know, that I'm a huge Severin fan, so shipping is always a pain on all of those things. So yeah, if you're definitely in this area and you're a fan of any of those, I would highly, highly recommend eventually checking this place out. What would be, this is going to be a hard question, but what would you say is your favorite horror film, or a few of your favorite?
That's the hardest question. Favorite horror film. That's like asking me what my favorite superpower would be to choose. So my favorite horror film, it's really tough, but it's up there. I can name a few. Chopping Mall, Maximum Overdrive, Night of the Creeps, Terror Vision. A lot of those are very creative, and especially the Terror Vision. There was Maximum Overdrive, as I mentioned. So it's hard for me to narrow down a specific movie, but I can tell you the 1986 was my favorite year of horror because it just covers so many awesome heavy hitters. That's why we feature that here on our wall. And this actually has some of my favorites with Maximum Overdrive, Terror Vision, Chopping Mall, Night of the Creeps, Friday the 13th 6, arguably the best of the series. And then you can't go wrong with House, Critters, Rawhead Rex, From Beyond. So maybe I can give you my favorite year, and it would be 1986.
So how can people out there support you?
You can find us on Instagram at Killer Video 1980. We're on Facebook under Killer Video, and our website is www.killer-video.com. The best way to support us is to visit and bring somebody that you think would like it, tell somebody that would like it, and we're always open to a nice Facebook or Google review. But really, it's just sharing it. We have a lot of community events that are planned, so the best thing that someone can do to support us is to tell someone about it, to share the events, to come to the events, and have a good time.
And where can someone buy a ticket?
Tickets are available on our website. We ask that you buy tickets in advance. We do 1-hour tours, Thursday through Sunday. It's at killer-video.com. We have a mailing list that you can sign up for on that website, and that's where we're going to do a monthly newsletter, and it'll also be the direct line of contact for any of our special events. We're doing a monthly trivia series. We're doing a monthly screen print release, which is really exciting. I'm working with some really great artists, and we're going to release a limited edition screen print every month through the entire year. This summer, we are going to start our flashback screening series with the Nightlight Theater here in Akron, and that's something I'm very excited about. Watching a movie in the theater with a room full of people that love that movie is just a unique experience, and it's one of my favorite. So that's going to be really exciting, and we'll have more news on our socials and the newsletter to talk about that. Some really awesome things that we have planned at Killer Video. We've told everyone that we're going to do a quarterly celebrity. So far, we had a great reception with Lloyd Kaufman. It was such a great turnout.
Hey guys, Editing Kyle here. I just wanted to pop on here really quick and give a quick introduction for the next person that we're going to talk to. I'm about to speak with Lloyd Kaufman. If you're not familiar with Lloyd Kaufman, he is the president and CEO of Troma Entertainment. He's made such films as The Toxic Avenger and Poultrygeist and a bunch of other films. And so I just wanted to quickly give a quick introduction. It was a little chaotic starting off this interview, and so that's why I would like to do this, because we kind of just jump right into his video. So Lloyd Kaufman. So this is going to be a hard one, but what is your favorite horror film? If you have one.
Well, for me, if you don't mind, it would be Frankenstein, because I'm old. And Frankenstein was a huge... Again, I don't know anything about horror, but Frankenstein is directed by James Whale, an excellent director, combining horror and comedy. What's the night? One dark house, something in a dark... Very funny about a dinner party. Anyway, and some of Frankenstein and the sequel are rather amusing, actually.
Now, this question actually might be a little harder.
But what about you? Come on.
I guess, yeah.
Let's go around the room. Go around the room. Kabuki Man, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite horror movie? It Follows. It was actually our first date, so that's why it's mine.
Oh, and this year we've been together for 10 years, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Erica and James back in Tromaville. You know Erica, right? And James. No, Sabrina and James. Sabrina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? 10 years yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And they celebrated. They celebrated not by going to see a Troma movie, but by going to see Mulholland Drive.
Oh, wow. Oh, rest in peace, David Lynch.
There was a big crowd there, too. Lynch mob showed up.
And then this question honestly might be might be a little harder, but what is your favorite film that you made, if you have one?
Could you answer that question? I think the most recent film, Power of Positive Murder, inspired by Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, and written by a talented playwright. I think it's the best one.
And then speaking of filmmaking, what advice would you give young filmmakers out there?
But I think, Eric, the most important thing is that it's an art form. It's an art form and it's a business. So you have to decide whether you'll be happy living in the streets and making movies that nobody wants to see, or you want to be James Gunn. You have to, there's a crossroads. If you want to be James Gunn, you got to go work with the big guys. And he's the greatest guy in the world and incredibly talented, but that's what James wanted. Eli Roth, too. Not quite as talented. I would say not nearly as talented as James Gunn, but awfully nice.
Last question, where can people go to support you?
What do you suggest?
Watch Troma Now.
Yeah.
Troma Now.
Or go to TromaDirect.com and buy some of our stuff.
Good point. What was the store online? We have an online
Troma
store.
Direct.
TromaDirect.com.
TromaDirect.com.
And what was is there a streaming service? Super Troma?
Troma Now.
What is it?
This month is in fact free.
Yeah.
And then after that it's just $4.99.
Troma Now is free? Wait a minute.
The first month.
Oh, okay. Now, let's say you sign up the first month, but let's say you have a different email. Could you get a free second month if you change the
Technically
email?
could. And if you keep
Technically
making
could.
emails, you could get free unlimited Troma Now for a lifetime.
Oh,
That's a lot of emails right there.
That's too much work. Yeah.
Lots of Troma movies.
Too
though.
much. Yeah, that's true.
This is basically the main display of the entire exhibit. As you guys can see, it is basically like being in a rental store. And I think it came out so well. He's done a fantastic job of curating an amazing collection of all of these authentic horror VHS tapes. So everything that you see behind me and to the sides and everywhere, these are all 100% original. They are not just represses or printings of a tape. So everything is authentic, which is fantastic. And yeah, I could honestly spend all day in here just looking around because there's just so much to look at. But this is a great opportunity too, if you live in the area, to bring some friends, take some time, you know, go back in time and go to a rental store because, again, you just never see anything like this anymore. And, you know, you might actually meet some friends here. There's a great opportunity for an amazing horror community. And, you know, finding people with like-minded interests is always so much fun.
I'm Chris Garofalo from Garofalo Designworks, formerly Quilt Based Studios. I had a little bit of a rebrand recently, and we're here at Killer Video for the grand opening.
And what would you say would be your all-time favorite horror film?
All-time favorite horror film would be the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Saw it at a real young age, and it stuck with me, and here we are.
Definitely a great one. Do you have because I know you obviously do artwork and some of the stuff behind you is stuff that you drew. Do you have a favorite piece that you have created?
I don't have a favorite exact piece, but I have an infamous piece. Anybody who may have seen it already, I did a poster for Event Horizon, which was actually immortalized on somebody's entire head as a tattoo. And oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I remember seeing this thing, it was body paint, and when I found out it was a tattoo, I was just like, are you kidding me? And that was a few years back, and I'm still not over it. I don't think I'm ever going to get over it. It was one of the most wild things, and I actually ended up getting to see the whole thing finished, and it was just, I'd say that's the most memorable, but I have a soft spot for every piece for different reasons.
How would you describe your style of art?
Oh, it's kind of like I like the older posters from like the gig posters from like the 70s and 80s, like the punk rock scene where it's all Xeroxed and grimy. I like a lot of texture. So I kind of say it's like a bunch of textures threw up on a page. It's kind of what people have said. But I really like the old Grindhouse film ads, like the older grit and grime. I just like it. It seems to withstand the test of time, but still look pretty fresh. And I remember just gravitating towards it and thinking, like, this is awesome. I want to do this. So it's kind of a mixture of like gig poster meets advertisement poster meets movie poster. I'd say probably that.
Nice. And then where can people find your work and support you, or any social medias or anything like that?
Well, I got, like I said about the rebrand, the new Instagram is a good place. So it would be GDSN WRX, or Garofalo Designworks. You could search that. Still getting used to it. Obviously doesn't flow off the tongue as easy as the other one. And I do some work for Vinegar Syndrome. It's pretty local to some people here. They're at the conventions like Cinema Wasteland. And then I do events, Texas Frightmare Weekend, Monster Mania. So I do a lot of conventions that you probably have been to, and online going to be mostly Instagram posted up. The newer stuff usually hits there, but kind of a little bit everywhere. Right? That's where, if anyone wants to follow along, I'm happy to have you. I'm always doing something new. Happy to take input. So that's
awesome. Yeah, and I'll link all of those things down below as well. And why should someone want to come here and experience all that you have to offer?
It's such a unique experience. It's a lot of my favorite thing so far, aside from the connections and the friends that I've made through this exhibit and experience, is watching the expression on people's faces and seeing the nostalgia hit them right in the face. Listening to the people talk about their experiences, showing each other the movies that they remember, seeing new ones. But ultimately, it is a completely unique experience that has to be seen firsthand.
Awesome. So thank you, Jonathan. And this place is awesome.
Thank you.
Well, guys, that was Killer Video. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the different things, and I hope this encourages some of you guys to make it out here. It is definitely worth it. It is worth the trip. It is so much fun. It's so cool to see a retro horror exhibit like this. I feel like this is a very unique experience that you really cannot find anywhere else. So yeah, I hope all of you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you think of things? The little bit that you did see, I am curious, what are your thoughts on that? But guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.